The WNBA world is buzzing once again, and this time the voice shaking the league to its core is none other than Diana Taurasi, one of the greatest players in women's basketball history. Her career is built on championships, Olympic gold medals, and a fearless personality that refuses to sugarcoat the truth. Known for her unfiltered honesty, Taurasi has never been afraid to say out loud what others only hint at. And now she has just dropped a revelation that's sending shockwaves through the sport. Her focus is on the ongoing storm surrounding rookie sensation Caitlin Clark. For weeks, fans and analysts have debated the unusually rough treatment Clark has received since joining the Indiana Fever. This isn't just rookie hazing, it's been an almost nightly barrage of elbows, shoves, and hits that have sparked conversations far beyond the basketball court. The physical play against her has been impossible to ignore. Hard fouls send her to the floor. Aggressive trash talk follows her up and down the court. Screens are set with an extra dose of force, and defenders crowd her every step with a kind of hostility rarely seen toward first-year players. Social media feeds are flooded with slow-motion replays of these moments, each one adding fuel to the fire. Taurasi has now confirmed what many suspected all along. Caitlin Clark has a target on her back. In a recent interview, she didn't bother softening her message. When you arrive in the WNBA with more hype, money, and media attention than almost anyone before you, she explained, you're going to be tested. And some players, she warned, don't just test youth, they try to break you. Clark isn't just a rookie. She's a phenomenon. She's selling out arenas, grabbing national headlines, and becoming the face of the league almost overnight. For a league eager to grow its audience, she's a dream come true. But in the locker rooms, that kind of meteoric rise doesn't always inspire celebration. Taurasi made it clear this is about much more than basketball. Yes, every newcomer is expected to earn respect, but Clark's situation is different. Our rival is changing the business side of the WNBA in ways veterans have never experienced. Some players have spent over a decade in the league without ever playing in front of a sold-out home crowd. Others have balanced overseas play in the offseason just to make ends meet. Then came Clark, and within weeks, she was outselling every other player in merchandise, landing huge endorsement deals and drawing primetime TV coverage. Taurasi didn't shy away from the financial factor, pointing out that money has a way of intensifying emotions. When someone arrives and instantly becomes the highest-paid athlete in sponsorships, while also being credited with helping renegotiate TV contracts, the ripple effect is unavoidable. Envy, pride, and competitive drive mix into a potent cocktail. Some players see Clark's rise as a threat to their own legacy. Others resent that the league didn't promote them with the same energy it now pours into her brand. And beneath all that is a generational divide that shapes how this moment is understood. Taurasi is part of the old guard players who spent their off-seasons flying economy to far-flung countries, grinding out games overseas to supplement modest WNBA paychecks. They paved the way for today's stars without ever enjoying the luxuries now becoming more common. Clark, by contrast, has entered at a time when things are rapidly changing, and she is the catalyst for much of that change. Some veterans see her as a trailblazer who can help secure better conditions for all players. Others see her as someone who skipped the hardest years and is now cashing in on benefits they never got. Taurasi summed it up with a single line. Some players are stuck in the mindset that you have to suffer to earn respect. The reality, she argued, is that the game has evolved and not everyone is happy about it. Another layer to the tension is the media spotlight. From highlight reels on ESPN2, viral TikToks to morning talk show segments, Clark's every move is amplified. Every point she scores, every pass she makes, and every post-game comment becomes national news. That kind of coverage builds the perception that she's the league's chosen one. Taurasi was direct about the consequences. When the media elevates someone before they've played a full season, it creates pressure for everyone else. And in competitive sports, there are always players eager to challenge the one at the top of the pedestal. For some, that means playing harder. For others, it means making their mark through physical intimidation. The danger, Taurasi warned, is that this dynamic can push opponents to play in ways that go beyond healthy competition. The more someone is seen as untouchable, the more certain players will want to prove that they're not. Perhaps the most striking part of Taurasi's remarks was aimed not at the players, but at the league itself. She suggested the WNBA has been quick to use Clark's image in marketing campaigns, but slow to protect her on the court. If you make someone the face of your league, she said, you have to protect them, otherwise you're just cashing in until they break. Evidence of the problem is easy to find. The hit from Dejounte Carrington that sent Clark crashing to the floor without a flagrant foul. Angel Reese's shoulder check that became a viral talking point. The repeated hard screens that look more like football blocks than basketball plays. These moments aren't random, they form a pattern. Taurasi is one of the few willing to say that pattern out loud. And she's not just any voice in the game. She's a legend whose influence extends beyond her own team. When she speaks, players listen, coaches listen, and executives listen too. This is more than gossip. It's a warning. A warning to Clark that her adjustment to the league will be as much about resilience as skill. And a warning to the WNBA that mishandling this moment could have long-term consequences. To Clark's credit, she has handled the situation with remarkable poise. She doesn't complain in interviews. She doesn't call out opponents by name. Instead, she focuses on her game, lifting her teammates, and making incremental improvements. That quiet resilience is part of why she's so beloved by fans. She's already responding to the physical play by building strength, refining her footwork, and learning how to draw fouls more effectively. In a few interviews, she has even joked about needing to spend more time in the weight room, a subtle way of showing she's not afraid of the challenge. But as Taurasi points out, even the toughest players have limits. A constant barrage of physical punishment, if unchecked, can wear down anyone. That's why this is about more than one rookie. It's about what kind of environment the WNBA wants to create for its stars. If the league allows a culture where veterans can initiate rookies through relentless physical targeting, the next wave of talented young players may think twice about joining or staying in the league. Taurasi's message is simple: protect your investment, or watch it burn out too soon. She also pointed to the influence of fans. Clark's supporters have been loud and organized, posting videos of questionable plays, tagging the league, and demanding accountability from referees. That kind of public outcry can push a league to act faster than private conversations ever could. Fans, Taurasi argued, have more power than they realize. If they keep applying pressure, officials and league executives will have no choice but to address the problem directly. The question is whether they'll do it in time to make a difference. Whether Taurasi's comments lead to change remains to be seen. She has the credibility to spark reform, but words alone aren't enough. The league will have to decide whether player safety outweighs the short-term drama and attention that Clark's situation brings. If the WNBA steps up, it could set a precedent that protects future stars and strengthens the game for everyone. If it doesn't, the message to incoming players will be clear: you're on your own, no matter how much you do for the league's bottom line. Either way, the conversation has shifted. The issues Taurasi raised won't disappear quietly, and the league can't ignore them forever. Caitlin Clark's rookie season is becoming a defining moment not just for her career, but for the WNBA as a whole. For now, Clark keeps playing, keeps smiling through the bumps and bruises, and keeps drawing bigger and bigger crowds. And Taurasi's words hang over the league like a challenge: decide what kind of game you want this to be, and act accordingly. Because when Diana Taurasi speaks, it's never just talk. It's a call to action. And the WNBA now has to decide if it's willing to answer